Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please make sure you are hitting the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, please make sure you are still subscribed. So you guys, I first want to thank all of y'all for supporting the new content that I'm trying to put out here. I kind of knew it wasn't going to be a whole lot of people that was going to want to watch the new content, but I am trying to listen to what some of y'all are saying. A lot of y'all are saying, well, not a lot, but some of y'all are saying y'all are kind of getting tired of just seeing the same reaction to Olivia. And so I'm trying to give y'all some variations of different people that we can watch and see their stories play out. Some of y'all did express that you do watch Resilient Jenkins, so that's why I wanted to start putting content on this platform regarding them. If there are any other people that you watch and you would like to see me react to, please make sure you are letting me know in the comment section below, because I want to make sure I'm giving y'all what y'all actually want to see. So we're going to get into 3 lives that Olivia has done recently. We are playing catch up. There's definitely been some things said that I want to get into as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
I look a little fro right now. Don't mind the fro, okay? I didn't do anything to my hair this morning. I just got up and went, okay? I woke up a little late. I woke up around 8 o'clock. So, and I had to make AJ his lunch. AJ had water day today, so he went to school in his swimsuit. He's gonna have so much fun. Good morning. Am I getting surgery? I am gonna get surgery, yes. Eventually. I'm not gonna tell you guys when. I'm gonna vlog it, and that's gonna be that on that. You guys will just see me after surgery, because I don't want to tell people when I'm gonna get it, because then they'll be wishing death upon me. They'll be wishing bad stuff, so I don't want to tell nobody. You guys will see me after. Surgery for loose skin. How about I start with cardio? I've been doing cardio, baby. I'm a pro at cardio. I love, but I gotta get into the strength training. Is Kai Kai getting taller? Yes, she is, you guys. She's getting so big. I know you guys haven't seen her in a minute, huh? You guys have seen AJ. You've seen Kai Kai in a picture. Yeah, she's getting taller. She's getting taller and more chunky. I was telling you guys yesterday that she lost a little bit of weight when she started walking a lot. But girl, when she be standing there, her little belly. She got a little belly, little pop belly, and then her little chunky little legs. She loves to eat. That girl loves her food. Okay, don't play with her and her food. She'll scream at y'all. She will scream at you. Don't play with her and her food. As long as my baby is full, she's a happy baby. She loves to eat. She's too much like her mommy. I love seeing you out more. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm going out this Friday. I'll take you guys along with me. We're having another girls' night. It's one of my friend's birthdays. And I'm excited to spend time with her, because I haven't really got to spend any time with her since the last time I was in Florida. Well, no, even before that. Like the time before that. I don't know. It's been a long time. But I'm happy to see her, and we're going to have a lot of fun this weekend. It's going to be fun. We're going to turn it.
So we did get some updates on the children. She said AJ is still doing well. He's enjoying himself at daycare. She said Kalani is getting bigger. She's eating a lot. She said she is getting taller. She also said that she was losing some weight because of her walking, but she's definitely eating a lot. And now she's speaking about how, she's going out more with her friend. And I know some people suspected that when she posted the last pic of her, going out, that she hangs out with Raquel's friends. So she's saying in this video that she actually has a friend in Florida, and that's who she's hanging out with. So I don't know. I mean, I know she says that she has friends, but we really don't see her interact with her friends. It almost seems like in the past when she was in Florida and she would, film herself going out, usually it was, her being with Raquel and Raquel's friends. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know if she's just saying this to make it seem like she really does have friends, or she actually does have a friend in Florida.
Coming back to Florida, I was really scared. I was really, really scared about my move and everything, because I didn't know how it was going to go, and I have so much betting on it. Not that I have so much that I'm trying to accomplish this time around, and there is no, because in the past I've not taken things serious. I've been more focused on other things instead of what I was supposed to be focusing on. And I'm not like saying that to like beat myself up, because it is what it is, you guys. I was really scared about this move because I have a lot to do, like a lot, and it's different than any other time because I was wasting a lot of time, a lot of stuff on things that when my attention should have been elsewhere, my attention was on other things. And this time 100% my attention is on one thing, being back here in Florida. And that's rebuilding my life. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's rebuilding me. It's getting me to a place where I am good, because I finally feel like I'm good here. And I'm good here. I got the body and the mind together. Now I need to, not all the way together. I always need to work on myself. But for the most part, like, I'm here. Present time with you guys. I'm not stuck in the past. I'm not worried about something. People want to ask me all these questions about my kids and everything. I'm not going to go back on anything I've done on social media, because honestly, everything has shaped me into the woman that I am today, sitting here in front of you guys. Whether you want to be like, oh, it's fake, oh, she's putting on a front, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. I don't have time for that, guys. I don't have time for that. I don't. I've thought about stopping doing social media altogether, and I have that option. But the thing that I thought about is, I've been on here for so long. I've created something. Whether you think of however it is, I've created something for myself. And if I have the platform and I can spread negativity, when I finally get in the right mindset, why not spread positivity? You know what I mean? And show you guys that no matter what you go through, things can work out for you. But it's all on you. You have to make the decision, and you have to want it for yourself. You have to want it more than anybody. And that's the thing. People have said to me, oh, well, we've been telling you this for years, and blah, 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 and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da, whatever people want to say. You can't tell people nothing. And that's what I've always tried to tell you guys. You guys, and this is not only just learning this from myself. I've learned this from other people. You cannot tell people nothing. People have to go through what they have to go through, and they have to get it. It has to click when it clicks for them. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
I totally agree with what she said right here. I think it's true. It's difficult when you are watching someone's life play out and you are seeing some of the problems. You see some of the issues that is going on, and you see why, they're going through what they're going through. And it's instinct. It's natural instinct to want to point those individuals in the right way. You want to show them, look, if you do this, things will get better for you. If you fix this, then you won't deal with these certain situations. I think it's natural because, again, we're on the outside looking into other people's lives. But I think it's true. Once a person really gets to a point within themselves where they first recognize they need to change, and then secondly, they are ready for that change, then they're not going to be able to receive any constructive criticism, sound advice, any type of help prior to them coming to those conclusions. And I think that's what has frustrated a lot of us with a lot of these mothers, because it's like, how long are you going to get to a point where you recognize there's a problem? How long is it going to take for you to get tired of being tired of your situation? And so I think that is the fine line that a lot of us have been on following these mothers, story. because it seems like it's a lot of the same, and it's being prolonged for so many years. And, Olivia is saying that she has finally gotten to a place in her life where she's now recognizing there are issues and she's ready to do the work. Again, it's really about observing. I say all the time, people can tell you anything, but you have to watch how they move. You have to watch their follow through. You have to watch their actions. And time will tell if what she is saying right here is truly genuine. I can definitely appreciate her saying that in the past, when she had opportunities to work on herself, she chose to focus on other things that were not important. And so she's recognizing that she had the opportunity to change and fix herself, but she did not. So, again, I can appreciate the transparency with that. And like I always say, I'm just hoping that what she says and what she is saying now, we'll definitely see the follow through, because it's definitely time for it.
So much of my life should not have played out on social media because, and I look at it from like a person looking from the outside in, it is absolutely, okay, let me block this person. It is absolutely heartbreaking, the stuff that I've been through, the stuff that I've lived through, the stuff that has been played out on this internet. And I look at it now from, like I said, from like an outside perspective, and I'm just like, girl, so much of that shouldn't have played out on social media. Like, so much of that, like, my heart hurts for me. Okay, like, that's hard. That's hard. Like, I have overcome so much in front of so many people, and at the same time, people have tried to bash me and tear me down behind it. They're still doing it, but my whole point is, it has molded me into this into this person that I am today, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it, and I can talk on it now, and I can help other women through it now. So if this, and I mean this as far as like me having to deal with what I had to deal with on social media, if I had to go through what I had to go through in the public eye for me to turn around and help other women, because there's so many women that I see going through my situation, so many women, and I'm gonna help them. That's one of my goals, is to help other women navigate through a lot of stuff. So
Yes, that could be something that you chose to do with your life, but I don't feel you're in a position to do that yet, because you have not come out on the other side of what you have gone through and what you're still going through. And yes, you're now in the beginning stages of acknowledging that you need help, that you needed to deal with certain things, but there's so much more that you need to go through in this process, and you're not in a position to help anybody right now because you're still trying to help yourself. So although that's commendable, that's something that you would like to do, I think realistically you have to acknowledge the fact that you're not completely healed, because it's only when you're healed and you have literally came out on the other side of what you've gone through, and you have a sound mind to be able to understand it, that's the only way you're going to be able to help the next woman.
Yeah, we learn from our mistakes, 100%. I mean, some people don't learn from their mistakes, and those are the people that walk around forever the same. You know what I mean? And that's cool. Whatever your life journey is your life journey. I'm not here to down talk you or to... It is what it is. It's none of my business. My business is my journey. My business are my kids. My business is my life. My business is my family. My business is my business. And I don't care, quite frankly, about anybody else's business. Not to be rude, I just don't care.
I mean, what you just said right here, Olivia, was very contradictory, because you just said that you wanted to help other women know how to navigate what they're going through that is similar to what you yourself have and is still going through. But then you turn around and just said you don't care about anybody else's business. You do understand, in order for you to help the next woman, you first have to care about that person, and you have to care about what they have or are going through, hence their business. Like, do you not understand what you just said? That was very contradictory and it made no sense.
But yeah, my whole point is just to say, it doesn't matter what you guys go through. You guys can come back from anything. Okay, that's my whole point. You guys can make right of any situation. You just have to want it. You know, you just have to want it for yourself, and you have to go out there and you have to do the work. It's not going to come to you. It's not just going to happen for you. But the good thing about it is life has a way of working itself out. You just have to let it play out. And when you get certain signs for a better opportunity or a better way of life, or you get like, you know, the Lord talks to you, or he tells you certain things, like, you should take that advice. Like, whenever you have your wake up moment, you need to go with it. You know, you can't just sit around and just be like, you can't be hard-headed. Don't be hard-headed about it, okay? That's my whole point. A lot of people are hard-headed, and don't be hard-headed, okay? Because like I said, you guys, I wasted a lot of time, but in a sense it wasn't wasted time, because I had to figure stuff out, you know. And at the time, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because it's nobody's business. But yeah, anything that I don't talk about on social media, you guys don't really have to worry about. And I know my supporters, y'all don't. Y'all just mind your business, and I appreciate y'all. But I'm gonna say this, and this is all I'm going to say on the topic of my babies. My kids know who I am. Their father knows who I am. So I don't care what you guys on the internet say or think. It doesn't matter to me, you know? So, and I want you guys to treat your situations like that too. Whatever situation you're going through, let me tell you something. No matter how big, no matter how small, whatever you're going through is, people will try to hurt you behind it. And what you need to remember is the reality of the situation. Nobody's opinion matters but the people who matter, okay? So just remember that too, because I know, especially in today's world where everyone is so angry and so mad and so vicious and want to break the next person because they're unhappy on the inside, people will take you and try to pick you apart for their own satisfaction, for their own self-gratification. But just remember that the only thing that matters are the people that matter, okay?
See, this is why full accountability needs to be had with you, because although your message is right, it's coming from the wrong messenger. Because everything you're saying right here, you are guilty of doing. Because you was in a very unhappy place in your life, you lashed out onto other people. You lashed out on women on this platform. You lashed out on children. And you did it all because you was being very vicious. You was angry at the world because everything in your world was falling apart. You have come onto your platform multiple times, picking apart multiple women, picking their looks apart, picking everything about them apart because you were unhappy. And this is why I keep saying to you, you need to have full accountability. You need to have full transparency. I see you sprinkling it here and there, and that's great. That's great. But when it comes to having full accountability, you don't pick and choose what you want to be accountable for. Because as you've said out of your own mouth multiple times, you have done a lot on this internet. And you have. And a lot of people were privy to seeing that. And so, because you have done a lot, and because many people saw what you did, you can't come on here now and try to gloss over your bad behavior, your poor choices. And so for you to try to give this message, it's too soon, because you have really left a bad taste in people's mouth. And let me stress the fact again, I believe people can change. I do believe that. But I believe that because of all of the things that you have said and done on this internet, you are not in a position right now to try to give these messages when you yourself were guilty of doing the very thing to other women, and you have not shown full, transparent accountability to the things that you've done. And you have not apologized to the people that you have hurt and you have affected. See, it's one thing for you to say, I've done a lot. Yeah, we know you've done a lot, but what exactly are you speaking about when you say I've done a lot? When you say, yeah, I know I've done some things to people, what exactly are you acknowledging that you've done? And to whom are you acknowledging that you did it to? That is full accountability. And until you give that, Olivia, everything you say is just going to go through one ear and out the other with a lot of people. And I'm just keeping it real.
But you guys, another thing, one more thing, and I'm gonna go. In a world where where life is really hard, you know, it's really, really hard out here, right? For everybody. Everyone's just trying to make a way. Everyone is just trying to, I hope everyone is just trying to be the best version of themselves and you know, create the most happy, beautiful life for themselves and their family. The recipe is to that, you know, is just to be a good person and pray to God. Be a good person and pray to God. Be a good person and pray to God. That's it, and that's all. Liv, ain't nobody stupid. The haters can act stupid, but they know the truth. They know the truth and still run you down, because being messy pumps all through their blood. Yeah, I guess, Stephanie, you know, I guess that's very true. And I don't even have nothing to say about the haters or the this or the that. Like, do you? I mean, everybody can do what they want to do. Like I said before, it has nothing to do with me. I've showed so much on this platform. That's the only reason I even said anything about my children. And that's all I'm ever going to say about my children. You guys, people can say whatever they want about me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But the only people that matter are the people that matter. And that's my kids. So that's it. My 5 babies. That's all that matters, are my 5 kids. And every single one of my kids love me. Love me, and I love them so much too. But unfortunately, you get into bad situations and your life goes a certain way. And it is what it is. And sometimes life happens like that. And instead of dwelling on it, instead of being upset about it, I'm going to teach people how to navigate through that, how to get through these types of situations. Because unfortunately, it just happens. It happens to the best of us. And I'm learning so much from these other people. That's what I'm saying. Like, positivity, when you are actually open to receive it, okay? Because that's the thing. Somebody can preach all day to you, but unless you are open, unless your heart has opened up, God has allowed the information to actually seep up into you, honey, okay? Because a lot of people just reject. They don't want somebody telling them what to do, or they don't want advice, or they don't open up and welcome positivity, or it's like they can't even learn from other people even if they wanted to, because their heart is not open for that type of information. You know what I mean? And that's in this point of my life where I am today. I receive information very well, and I'm learning so much from people, and it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful how God helps us and allows us to be good to one another despite, you know, it's kind of like it doesn't even matter what the person in front of you does. Like, I could have a person in front of me sitting right here and they can be the biggest, meanest, rudest person, but it won't even matter, and I'm still going to treat them graceful, and I'm still going to be nice and understanding and caring, because who knows what they're going through. Everyone is fighting their own battles, and unfortunately, people not even knowing that what they're going through is closing them up to important information that they could be receiving, because they don't know that. It's like, you just have to have compassion for people, you know? You gotta have compassion for people. And that's definitely what I've learned. I've learned patience, compassion, love, understanding.
And this is why I continue to say that you having full accountability for what you've done and apologizing to the people for the things that you've done is so necessary, because when you truly have compassion, you truly have God's heart. You feel his heart. You understand who God is. You understand why loving people is so important. Even though you may not like what they do, even though you may have issues with that person, when you truly have God's heart, you see his heart. You understand the importance of showing forgiveness and being transparent in the things that you've done, because when you have God on the inside of you, you move in sync with him. You literally can feel his heart. It's just like the whole thing that was going on back in the day. You know, what would Jesus do? And that is something that we have to always keep in the forefront. What would Jesus do? How would Jesus act in this certain situation? How would Jesus treat other people in this situation? There's a lot of things that we can always look to as moments of reflection, as opportunities to better ourselves, because none of us are perfect. We're always going to make mistakes. But when you hold Jesus close to being the one that you want to resemble your life after, you want to model your life after, that is when you truly bring the quality of perfection into your life and into the type of person that you are. But if you are saying that you have compassion, you should understand that the way you moved on this internet with another female who was going through their time of grief, and the way you picked that person apart, the way you made fun of them, the way you bullied them, you enjoyed speaking very reckless on a lot of women in this platform. And so if you truly understand compassion, if you're truly saying you now have compassion, you now have God's love in your heart, it should not be an issue for you to come on this internet and do a genuine apology to the women that you have acted out against. It should not be difficult for you to get on here and apologize and express why you are apologizing and express for what you are apologizing for. If you are truly walking with the Spirit of God on the inside of you, you would want to make everything right, Olivia. And it wouldn't be about you trying to save face. It wouldn't be about you caring what people think or have to say. No, it's you doing what is right. Because you owe these women apologies. You owe these children apologies.
And that's why it doesn't matter what's stacked against me. I believe that God will carry me through, because he knows my heart and he knows my intention. So, yeah. But yeah, being here in Florida, I'm really just getting my stuff together. Stuff that I should have done 5 years ago. You know, people were like, you should have done this. People were all, you know, a lot of people, and not like it matters, but I'm just saying this because I'm talking to social media and this is where the people are, okay? People were like, you should have got your stuff together once the kid, da 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 da. No, you can't ever tell anybody how to digest certain situations. People are going to react. People are going to take in. People are going to adjust to life how they do. Okay? So, yes, I wish I did. I wish I did do a lot once I ended up in a bad situation. But my heart just wasn't there. My heart was where it was at the time. And it is what it is. It is what it is. But this time around, I'm gonna get my ish together, and I'm doing it for my kids, because I don't care what anybody believes. One of these days, my kids will return to my home, and I want to have the most beautiful home for them. I want to have everything they need. and because that's what they deserve. That's what they have always deserved. You know, one thing about us moms, and what, you know, the moms who actually care, is we will always have to clean up the mess. We will always have to, we will always be there for our kids, no matter what they go through, no matter what they go through, no matter what state, mental state they're in, anything. We will always be the one to correct it. You know what I mean? And I've told you guys this before. I truly believe that at one point in my life, I will have to fix certain situations, you know, that my kids have gone through, and, you know, the trauma and the this and the that, you know. So I have to make sure that I'm there. I have to make sure that I'm good. I have to make sure that I can 100% fully be there for their needs, 100%, without any animosity, without any trauma myself, without any hurt myself, you know, because yeah. Anyway, no more. I'm not gonna say anymore.
Olivia, you said this as if you played no part in the traumas that your children have. You said this as if you are not partly responsible for the things that they are going through mentally and emotionally. It almost seems like you're excluding yourself as being any issue to your children, and you was not part of the problem for whatever damage or, you know, issues your children are going to have in the long run. And I pray to God that God heals their heart and heals their mind to where they don't have lingering trauma. But you act as if you are this good mother that is going to have to help pick up the pieces for your children because of what they're going through solely from living with their father and their stepmother. But Olivia, you are part of the problem. You've been part of the problem. A good mother is going to protect their children. They're going to protect them spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. They're going to be the type of mother that is going to pour into their children. And it's just weird to hear you say this because, again, you act as if you are not partly responsible for what your children are going through. I found that very weird that you would say that.
It's in the comments of the birthday post. She doesn't confirm or deny. Okay. Well, like I told you guys, if somebody asks me my age, I will be telling them that I'm 30. I'm turning 30, yes. If you guys did not get the memo, Olivia is turning 30 this year. There will be no, Olivia, don't give me no side eyes. Don't look me crazy. I'm already telling you guys, okay? Just so you guys know that we're all on the same page, okay? If you guys see me out somewhere talking about, oh, I'm 30, don't say nothing. Girl, keep it together, okay? Y'all better keep my secret, okay? Okay, cool. Because it's really nobody's business. And that's what I'm really realizing too. Like, being a woman is sacred, okay? Being a little girl is a little girl. And maybe up until this point, I've been a little girl. Maybe that's a possibility. But being a woman is sacred, and our business should be sacred. You know what I mean? That's our business. And, you know, along with our age, like, it's nobody's business, you know? Just nobody's business. You guys can be however old you want. I don't care. Y'all can say you're 25. I'm gonna be like, she's 25. What about it? I'm gonna have y'all back, okay?
So Olivia admits to the fact that she has been acting like a little girl. And I think she's trying to transition into her womanhood. She definitely has a long way to go, but I do find it interesting that she is at least acknowledging that she has been acting like a little girl, because, you know, we've definitely called her out on a few things that shows her behavior is very immature, how she parents how she is when it comes to other men, how she is when it comes to how she speaks, how she treats other women. It's just a lot about just who she is as a person that shows that she really has not come into her full womanhood, because a lot of the things she does is very childish. And so I thought it was very interesting that she said what she said here.
Okay. Anyway. Yes, it's the reclaim season. Yes, we are coming back to reclaim it all, honey. Okay? So, yes. OnlyFans, no. And you guys, you know what? I did a little bit of OnlyFans, a little bit. I dipped my toe in it, okay? Thank you, Lord. Whatever made me not really deep dive into that OnlyFans, and I'm not talking bad about anybody. Girl, if you do it like you never did it before. Okay, that's your thing. But for my own self, thank God I wasn't SNOD or bouncing on something. Girl, thank God, okay? Oh, gosh. I know I've done a lot. Olivia's done a lot, okay? A lot of stuff that we can never erase from this internet, okay? But anyway, I'm just happy I never took that for real. But yeah, I had a really good night last night. Everything's been going really good, y'all. And it just confirms to me, like, everything in Florida, like, has been working out, you know? And it's just, like, a confirmation that I'm in the right place, I'm doing the right thing, I'm on the right path, you know? So, it's really good. And, you know, let that be a sign to anybody out there. If you guys are stuck in a situation or you're feeling down about something, you want to change, you're scared of it, you're scared to change, you're scared to be uncomfortable, take that leap of faith and bet on yourself, you know, and God will just... So, let's just jump into it because I want to talk about it. Today, I signed up for school. And I'm so excited. But I'm not going to lie, you guys. I'm kind of nervous. I'm very nervous, actually. But I'm going to get it done. And we're going to achieve this goal that I've been wanting to achieve for the longest time. And I'm super excited. And everything just went so smooth as everything's been going. And yeah. You guys already know, I start in July. I got my orientation. Everything is... Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
What I found very weird about this announcement is the fact that, first off, she titled this video, "I Have a New Job." And this is the announcement that she makes. So people are asking her, what is your new job? And she finally makes this announcement and says she signed up for school. Olivia, how does you having a new job have to do with you going to school? So this was pretty much clickbait. Now, I see that she's very excited about school. That's great. I just hope, as I've stated before, that she follows through with this and sees it to the end and get her certification.
But I am nervous because it's something that I've attempted. I've attempted school. I've attempted to, you know, go back to school before. And I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, you know. So it is scary just because of that. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, what if I fail again? I'm not going to allow myself to fail. I'm not going to allow myself to fail. I don't care. I don't care. This time, I'm going to get it done. But, yeah. I have an end destination as far as like my career and what I want to build for myself. Well, not even for myself. It's really for me and my kids, you know, the empire that I want to build for me and my babies. So I can show them, so I can give them, so I can, you know, show them. If I could do it with everything that was stacked up against me, you could do it, you know? So, I have a plan. It's a good plan. I have backup. I have support. It's like a fail-proof plan. Like, if I just do it, everything's going to happen. Boom, 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 boom. Exactly how I want it to. But that's even nerve-wracking because even being like, you know, how everybody wants to be successful at what they do. So being super successful at what I want to do, it's just going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. But I see the girlies doing it. You know, I watch women on TikTok with these businesses and they're like right there. I feel like crying. I don't know why. It's like, I could never be a hater. Like, for real. I see women doing it and these women inspire me. I can never look at a woman and I'm like, how'd she get that? I never look at women like that. I can't. If anything, they inspire me. And if they could do it, I could do it. So I be seeing these girls with their businesses that they started from the ground up, and I'm just so proud of them. And they're my age, they're my age. So they've been doing it for like 10 years, what my butt should have been doing. But that's the only thing I am jealous of. I'm jealous of time, honey, because I've just wasted so much of my time. So much of my time. I'm gonna read your comments in 1 second. I wasted so much time. Like, I should have been building myself up. That's when you build yourself up in your 20s. You get your feet on the ground, you build up your business, and then when you're in your 30s, you enjoy the success of your business, But look, I know 40-year-olds that are doing it. I know it is what it is. You start your business, you start your journey whenever you start your journey. That's what everyone's telling me. So I'm just trying to, I'm trying to just be like, they're right. But I do know. I know, you guys. I know. Like, that's why I say, like, I beat myself up more than anybody could ever beat me up because, I take full accountability. I should have been on my shit years ago doing what I needed to be doing. But I chose the other route. And, yeah. But anyway.
I mean, again, I appreciate the fact that she's acknowledging that she has wasted a lot of time. And she's seen that a lot of the years that she has really wasted, she sees how productive she could have been with her life. So I'm hoping that the trajectory that she is on now will continue. I hope that she stays consistent. Because, better late than never. I mean, you see 50-year-olds going back to school and getting their degree. So it's not impossible. Even when it comes to starting your business, there are people in their 30s, 40s, 50s that are starting brand new businesses and they are successful. I feel that, it doesn't matter how old you are. If there is passion, if there is something that you truly feel is something that is lining up to your purpose in life, I really feel that there's not a lot that we can't do, but, like I said before, we hear the things she's communicating right now. I'm just hoping that her actions will line up to what she is saying.
Like, I know I've talked a lot of about people, but it's like, I don't know. I don't even have, like, the capacity in my heart to even do all that, you guys. And there's no point. There's no point to judge. There's no point to ridicule. There's no point of any of that.
So you can acknowledge that you've talked a lot of mess on people, but you also say there's no point in you ridiculing people or judging people. See, here's my thing. I know I've said this before, but it's relevant to this conversation right here as well. Because it comes across, Olivia, that you recognize all of these things that are very true. Like, you're saying a lot of right things, but you're saying it at the wrong time. Because if this is truly the understanding that you have, it's like, why would you do this to other women? But it comes across that the only reason why you're saying what you're saying is because it's being done to you. And it comes across as being very disingenuous because you knew right from wrong when you was doing the wrong. When you was harassing, when you was making fun, when you was bullying other women on this internet, you knew it was wrong, but you chose to do it anyway. But the fact that it's happening to you, you want to point out, this is wrong. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And it's like, why didn't you have the same energy when you was doing it to other women? So again, right message, wrong messenger.
For the life of me, the devil tries to keep distracting me, y'all. The devil is on my ass, honey, trying to distract me. And you guys, all I'm trying to do is better my life. When you do get closer to God and you start, like, doing what's best for yourself, your discernment becomes more clear. And it's like, you start seeing things super, super, like, crystal clear, And I've known this for a very, very long time, that I have a lot of people who want to see me fail and want to see me hurt and want to see me down. They prey on my downfall, right? I'm not just saying that. It's the truth. And, you know, for so long on social media, people were just like, we just want to see you get better. We want to see you get better. We want to see you do better. Okay, I'm doing that, but I'm still being attacked. People are still talking mess. People are still, you know what I mean? And it's not important because, it's not important because I don't focus on it. And no, I don't want to say that. Not too much. But let me just say this. Like I said, I'm not focused on any type of distractions. I don't care. Okay, let me tell you something. When you turn your life over to God and you surrender to Him, it's like, there's nothing to be scared of. Whatever happens is going to happen. Whatever happens is going to happen. I heard something today, and it's like, I get so many signs, but I heard something today, and somebody said it's God's plan. And then the guy turns around and says, yeah, everything's God's plan. And I'm like, yes. I just overheard people talking. And I'm like, yes. I said to myself, everything is God's plan. Everything is God's plan. So I think it's very funny. It's comical at this point that people still try to break me down, hurt me, blah, 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 blah. Have some type of negative effect in my life. I don't care. Whatever happens to me, I know that God got me in the end. And whatever happens is meant to teach me. It's meant to help me grow. It's meant to, whatever. It's meant to help me in the end. So, that's that on that. But also, you have to take precautions. You have to protect yourself. And you have to fight the legal way. So, yes. But anyway, with that being said, I'm not saying nothing else. I'm just saying, everybody, keep your head up. Don't let distractions distract you, because that is what the enemy tries to do, is distract you, especially when you are trying so hard to elevate. You know, they don't want you to.
So this live that we are watching right now was actually done on Thursday. And there's a reason why she's speaking on what she's speaking on right now. There was a couple of videos that was circulating on YouTube that basically was saying that they were trying to get Olivia put in jail quicker. And I have some issues with that, because here's my thing. I get there are a lot of people that do not like Olivia. There are people who strongly dislike this woman, and there are people who actually hate this woman. But when it comes to, you know, someone causing you harm or doing evil towards you, we're not supposed to repay evil for evil. Because God says vengeance belongs to Him, which means we're not supposed to be out here trying to get our lick back. We're supposed to forgive, and we're supposed to move forward with our life. It is God's business to handle those people or those individuals that have, you know, caused evil on us or tried to cause harm on us. And so when you look at the order of God that He has set up in the earth, when it comes to reaping what you sow, or you may call it karma, it is not our business to be trying to bring karma to anybody's front door. Because when you start doing that, you're actually stepping on God's toes, and you're basically telling God, you are not doing your job, so let me do it for you. We don't have any business, nor do we have the authority to be doing that. Because the reality is, when you try to issue out karma, you're actually opening the door for God to bring judgment upon you. And so people need to be very careful about how they choose to move in and out of other people's lives, because you don't know what God is doing in other people's lives. You don't know why God is holding certain judgments back from people. You don't know why God is taking His time when it comes to what He's doing in other people's lives. You may look at it like, well, why is nothing bad happening to this girl? But you don't understand the grace that is being bestowed upon her. And I know some people don't like hearing the word grace, but we all live by grace. If it wasn't for God's grace, we will all be doomed to go to hell. Every last one of us. If it wasn't for God's grace, Jesus wouldn't have never came down and died on that cross for us, so that we would have a legal right to eternal life with God in heaven. So grace is important. We all need it. And I just feel it's playing a dangerous game when you start to try to incite karma on people.
People don't want you to. They pretend that they want you to do better, but they don't want you to do better. They don't. So you have to want it. And that's what I was saying yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday. I was saying that you have to want better for yourself more than anybody has to want it for you. I think it's so hilarious because people are coming into my comments. I've been deleting so many comments, but let me say this. People are like, oh, now you're back around your sister this, and your sister that, and your sister. Let me say this because you guys already know how I am about my family. Okay. My sister, whew, girl, if you guys, is your point of talking about my sister for me to hype my sister up? Because you know I'm finna hype her up. My sister is that girl. My sister is the sister you wish you had. Let me be real with y'all for a minute. My sister is for real, my ride or die. Okay, I'm talking about if it was 4 o'clock in the morning and I was stranded 100 miles away. One thing about that sister is she gonna come and rescue Olivia. Okay, she gonna come for me wherever I go, and me too. I don't play about my sister. I don't play about my mama. I don't play about nobody I love. And people are like, oh, now she's trying to be just like her sister. Maybe I am trying to be like my sister. Maybe my sister is my inspiration. Maybe she does encourage me, and I listen, and maybe. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. My sister is that girl. My sister could teach y'all a few things about life, about love, about motherhood, about marriage, about all of that. Loyalty, realness, kindness, love. She's a real one. For real. Through and through. And she will always have my back, and I will always have her back. She's the best sister ever. I really was blessed with her. She's amazing. And she will always have my back. And I know that's what the haters hate the most. But when I tell you guys that my family will always come through for me, my family will always come through for me. And I don't say that to brag. I don't say that to boast. I say that because I am forever grateful to them, and I love them down. And I'm so thankful to God that I have such a solid support system. For real, I really do. But anyway, all this, Raquel that, Raquel's calling the shots, Raquel's doing this, Raquel's doing that. Look, if that makes you feel better, maybe she is. But no, this move was my idea. I had to want it for myself. I had to want to get better. I had to want to better myself. And you guys already know Liv. Can't nobody run me. Nobody can run me. But I think it's cute that you guys think somebody could. But no, I would like to take all the credit for my... no, I'm not going to take all the credit. I'm going to give God most of the credit, okay? But nobody will change or nobody will make a difference in their own life unless they want to. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Nobody will. Nobody can make somebody else. So yeah. But like I said before, I don't care what you guys think. I just thought it was funny, and I just wanted to correct y'all because if y'all want to give Raquel the credit, if y'all want to say everything good, give her the credit. Because she really is that girl. And she really is inspiring. She's everything a big sister is supposed to be. Everything. I was just so hard-headed before, and I don't listen. I don't listen. That's my thing. But I told you guys the other day that when you open up your heart and you allow God in and you allow good people in, because you have to be open, you know what I mean? People can't just tell you nothing. You have to be open to the information. You understand? And I was closed off for a very long time. I was hard-headed. I was stuck in my ways. But I wanted this change. I wanted this change for myself. I wanted this change for my kids because it was time. It was my time. Yeah, just, not too much. You guys can think whatever you guys want to conjure up in that head. Just let the wheels spin. Just let them spin. Just let them spin. Just let them spin. I'm going to keep saying this, and I'm going to keep declaring this in the name of God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. None. Because I don't go out of my way to mess with people. I retaliate. Okay? If you look at everything that I've been through, I've only retaliated. Is it the best way? No. Do I dig deep? Yes. Do I hit below the belt? Absolutely. But I'm working on myself. Okay? But people coming for me for absolutely no reason, well, that's your fate, babe. That's your fate. And I wish you the best. I wish everybody the best. No matter what you're doing in this life, if you're wasting your time being a menace to society or you're being an amazing person out here, finding yourself, working on yourself, I wish you luck. And I want you guys to stay the course. Okay.
Again, you're not being completely honest, Olivia, because the only thing that you have ever done on this internet was not just you retaliating. You was starting beefs. You was starting drama. You was inciting innocent children into your beefs with women that you did not like. So it wasn't just you solely retaliating. You was creating beefs with these women because you yourself was unhappy and you was, taking it out on other people. Like, again, be honest. And not you speaking on being a menace to society because I said that about you, Olivia. Okay, girl, I see you.
To stay positive. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Not like it's hard, like you don't want to do it. It's hard because there's so many negativity that surround everybody. Not just me. I'm not, when I come and I talk to you guys, yes, I refer to certain situations that are going on in my life, but also I try to relate it to whatever somebody else could be going through because I don't care what y'all say. Everybody here that's walking past me, everybody in this store got their own fucking story and their own issues and their own everything going on up here and in their life. All these people have different lives. Family, friends, significant other, kids. Everybody got shit going on. And for people to be so self-centered, to only think of themselves and to only, worry about themselves is crazy. It's crazy to me,
What's crazy, Olivia, is that you literally just said this out your mouth. That people being self-centered and only caring about themselves is crazy to you? This is what I have said about you, Olivia. You are very much self-centered, very much self-absorbed. You only think of self, which is why you got a lot of pushback from myself and from others when you was doing these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus hour lives and your children were left to fend for themselves. That was a very selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed thing to do, Olivia, because you was not putting your children first. And that's just one example.
I'm very humble and I'm very aware that, I'm very small in this humongous world that we live in with all these different people. And my problems are teeny tiny, But anyway, stay the course, stay positive. Like I said, the devil's trying me. The devil's trying to break me, y'all. I'm being attacked, most definitely. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to keep praying about it. We're going to keep praying every single day for everybody in this world, including the people who think I'm their enemy or whatever they think. I'm going to pray for y'all too. Y'all need the most prayer, honestly. Y'all really do. Because I'm doing good. Honestly. Truly. Despite everything I'm going through, look, it could be worse. And I truly believe that God will fix everything that's going on in my life in due time. When he feels like I'm ready. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sabah, Ali, thank you, baby. In due time, when God sees right, everything will be handled in my life. But let me also tell you this. I believe that what you put out, you get back. 100%. And I know that I've done things recently. I've done things in my past. I've done things, like I said, I'm not perfect. I've done some things, okay? And if God takes it upon himself to make me learn from that in whatever way he decides, then that will be okay.
I actually appreciate you saying this right here, Olivia, because you're basically speaking to what I was saying to you in the other video, the last video I did with you, where I was calling attention to the fact that you really needed to acknowledge the things that you've done and you needed to be very much accountable for it. You're doing part of the work. To go all the way in doing the work, like I said, you need to be more genuine in how you're being accountable, because it's easy to just lump that all into one category of just saying, I've done a lot of things. As I've stated early on in this video, yes, you've done a lot of things. I just wish you would be more detailed, because again, and I will keep saying, the people that you affected, they deserve an apology. They really do, because you did not retaliate against those people. you started drama with these people. You literally started wars with these people for no reason. That's not the definition of retaliation. And so I can appreciate you saying that, because you have done a lot and you understand that there will be spiritual consequences as a result, and that you are, in a position in your life where you're ready to take on those consequences. I definitely can appreciate you saying that.
Like, I'm not scared of any repercussions of anything. They always say don't do the crime unless you can do the time. Baby, I can do the time, figuratively speaking. I can definitely do the time. I can pay my debt. That's funny. Figuratively speaking, like I can do that. That's not a big deal. When you do things in this life that you do out of hurt, out of harm, when you try to hurt other people, it comes back to you. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with paying the price. That's okay. Because once I do, my hands are wiped clean. And I want my hands to be wiped clean of this situation. If you guys know what I'm talking about, read between the lines. But, I want things to be, I want to be done with certain situations forever and always. So, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm a big girl. I know what I've done. I know that I know, and it's okay. Like I said, it was retaliation, like I said before, but it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. When you do things to hurt other people, it comes back to you, and that's just life. So it's okay. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for it all. So anyway, that's what I want to say, because people keep thinking that they're doing something. You're not doing anything. You're not. Everything will work for me. Hardly anything ever works against me. So it's funny because people might just F around and put me exactly in the position that I need to be in. So y'all do whatever you want to do in this life. I'm going to do what I need to do with handling, because I will not be, that's one thing on this platform and social media entirely. I will not be harassed. I will not allow it. My people won't allow it. You don't think so? Wait and see. That's all I got to say. You move in silence. Okay, the harassment, no. I don't care if people talk mess. I don't care if you want to be nasty. I don't care if you want to, whatever you want to do. But harassment, no mas, baby. No mas. So, like I said, move wisely. Make sure what you're doing is worth it.
So when she's speaking about, I want to be done with this situation, I want my hands clean, I was solely retaliating when I was doing this, she's referring to her and Gerard and, the Nisha situation, that happened recently. But, the situation is, Olivia, that's not the only thing that you need to clean your hands with. There's a lot of different situations. That's just one of many. And if you really want your hands cleaned, you definitely have to make sure that, again, you're being accountable for everything, and you're not just being very surface level in how you're speaking on these situations, because, again, these people deserve an apology. Everybody that you have affected in some kind of way, they deserve an apology, because you was wrong in the things that you did and said. When it comes to how I do commentary on these women, regardless if it's Chrissy, Olivia, or Jasmine, I speak on what it is that I see. And if I see something right, I call it out. If I see something wrong, I call it out. And I know sometimes when it comes to Olivia, people feel that when I say certain things, I'm dragging her. I'm not dragging Olivia. I speak truth on Olivia. Some truth, it may be a little hard. It may be a little tough, but it's still truth. And I try to make sure that I'm always being honest in what I'm seeing, how I am observing the situation, and I try to give constructive feedback to these women. Now, true that, they can pick and choose what they want to listen to, what they don't want to listen to. They can make the decision to take the advice or throw it out. That is their prerogative. But my goal on my channel is to express my opinion and what I see and how I see it. And I also have the choice in how I want to issue out my truth. I don't feel it helps the situation if I'm dragging these women or I'm picking them apart or trying to make them feel like crap. You know, I try to show them themselves, because sometimes I feel you can be comfortable in the things that you do that's wrong, and if nobody is calling it out, you will become complacent in your wrong behavior. And so I also try to extend grace over here, because I do know sometimes you don't know there's a problem unless somebody tells you there's a problem. And sometimes you don't know how to fix things if nobody's taking the time out to tell you that this is something that you do need to work on. And a lot of things that I've noticed with a lot of these women is that they give what they have. Meaning, some of these women really don't know how to be mothers as a whole healed woman themselves. They don't know how to be a mother because they didn't have it themselves, or they didn't have a good relationship with their mothers. It's not to single anybody out. That's just what it is. It's no different than a woman or a man growing up without a father. Same situation. You are going to go through life trying to fill in the gaps and trying to fill a void that you're really not going to be able to fill. But the only person that can fill any void in your life is God. And so that's what my channel is about. It's about showing these women how they can become better, how they can grow beyond where they are, how they can live full, productive lives and be the best mother that they can possibly be the best woman that they can possibly be, in spite of what they may have gone through, in spite of their challenges, and to help them understand that the only way they're really going to have a full life is if they truly have a relationship with God, the creator of all things. So my purpose here is not to, pick these women apart and make them feel bad about themselves. I'm trying to show them another way. I'm trying to give them a different perspective. And I try to speak truth in love. And like I said, sometimes truth can be stern. And sometimes it can be hard to hear, but it's still truth. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.